What's up, guys? I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm not using my mic. I'm using the mic on the phone here. So if you can't hear me properly, I do apologize. I was not really intending to make a video, but some ideas came up, and I've been thinking and all that stuff. Just making sure that this channel goes in the direction it goes into, man. But as I said in all the videos that I make and all that stuff, that I always want to help out the community, at least in terms of information and all that stuff. Even if I could, because I'm a small content creator, and everybody, who wants to make content, starts off from where, I'm starting off. So, if I'm, fortunate enough to get off the ground and, get to some place, where I want to be, what I want to do is at least help, at least look back and help out the community, I wouldn't be, at least like trying to, sell or do anything as far as information on how to make content and be on YouTube and stuff. If I find out some secrets, or even some things that work, I wouldn't put that behind a paywall. I'll get it out there at least, so at least the people behind me could at least use that to get at least advantage over the algorithm and stuff, because I know my journey is hard, man. So I mean, at least if more content creators could do that, that will be great. I don't want to call no names and stuff, man, but a lot of content creators in my field who just like the cars and the video games and the shoes, some of them do give out some information and direction and stuff like that. But some of them, they put it behind a paywall, and a big paywall for the fact, and even in the shoe industry, in the shoe creator side, some people put information behind a paywall, and I wouldn't call no names and stuff like that, man. But I've been invited to some of those, I would say seminars or information, people having people pay for information and stuff, and some of the prices that they call is ridiculous, man. Some people, over 500. Some people even, have say how much you need to start this, 3,000. But some of these people don't even have that money, to do that. And then if so, if somebody has $3,000 or more, why would they, give that person part of the funds that they go into invest in themselves? Why not try, why not use that money that you have to invest in yourself, all of it, all of the money that you have saved up, or, if it's, you have some money saved up to invest, why not use that money yourself to invest and find out, wholesale buyers and stuff like that, or where to get the shoes, or, why not use that money on yourself? Why would you give a fraction of that money to start something? And then when you use some of that money to buy these, I'm trying to find a word for it. When you use the money to buy these tutorials or information from these people, they give you in spurts, and stuff, and they give you information, then they give you that information, then the next time, and then all of a sudden they ask you for more to get this, and all of a sudden that you're paying this person for information, and they're just giving you in chunks, But as I said, that's enough of my rant, man. But I mean, like if I get out there, man, and I make it, make it off the floor, I wouldn't have any problem in looking back and at least giving out some information to the community. Looking back for whoever wants to help themselves. At least, if when I do that, at least I can say that I help out the community. It's all up to the person and the individual to gravitate towards the information and use it. And they could use that information and twist it and turn it into their own thing. Don't have to follow my footsteps verbatim, but I mean once I if you guys help me out, I would in turn help you guys out in terms of again, my trial and errors, stuff like that. Stuff like that. I know, man. This just what I'm thinking here. I just want to make sure that this channel goes in the direction it's supposed to. I want to help out the community. I want to help people get the information out there. Try to make at least, try to make YouTube at least, not that hard. If I could do it, then anybody else can. And I want to put the information out there, man. There's too much people making money off of people's misery, and I kind of want to stop that, man. But anyways, man, like and subscribe, man. Comment on the bottom. I want to get this, like this video a lot, man. So that way I can get out in the algorithm, and comment in the comments, and just explain if you had any troubles or horror stories with people doing stuff like that. Comment on the video, and subscribe, man. I do reviews of shoes and figures of Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff, anime, and I do reviews, all that stuff. That's why I name it like collectibles and stuff, because it's like all collectibles, including shoes and stuff. And I even have the Holy Grails in there because of the shoes. So just like, man, subscribe. Subscribe, and once I build this community, man, it will be a strong community, man. Trust me. And you guys wouldn't be, disappointed. All right, guys. Peace. Thank you for, watching.